Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Classics with Courtney. And today I will be talking about the third Alan Ladd movie I ever watched and one of my favorite westerns of his filmography, The Proud Rebel. Released in 1958, distributed by Buena Vista Film, and directed by Michael Curtiz. Our story opens as John Chandler, played by Alan, takes his son David, played by his own son, David Ladd, into town as he seeks a doctor.
You both look good and healthy.
I'd like you to examine my boy.
He's a fine-looking lad. What's thy name, son?
David.
Thee tell me, son.
Doctor, he can't talk.
That this is something none of us know much about. Some doctors claim it isn't in the throat at all, but up here. Of course, there's an outside chance that he can be helped. An operation might help, an operation by the right man.
The doctor there is played by Cecil Kellaway, who would co-star with Alan in 1944 in And Now Forever, which also co-starred Loretta Young. Cecil also was in I Married a Witch, which co-starred Veronica Lake. So I love that bit of trivia. And I like Cecil Kellaway. I think he's pretty cool. While in town, trouble starts by the Burleys, played by Harry Dean Stanton and Dean Jagger, and the Chandlers find refuge in Lynette Moore, played by Olivia E. Haviland.
Leave that dog alone.
Well, we seen the dog running loose in the alley and we figured he's a stray.
Well, he's not.
You don't think we're trying to steal him, do you? That's strong talk in sheep country.
I don't think anything. I just don't want any trouble.
Look at me. You look at me when I talk to you.
I'm looking, but I don't see anything.
Great job, Alan. Love that line delivery. It is interesting to see Harry in a younger role. He was also in Cool Hand Luke, starring Paul Newman, but he would go on to do much more bigger roles, most notably in the 70s and 80s, and most notably Alien, Pretty in Pink, and Escape from New York. So he's had an interesting career.
Whose dog is he, boy?
I told you he was mine.
I want the boy to tell me. Talk up, boy. What's the matter with you, can't you?
And the way things are now, I got to find you guilty of assault and battery and disturbing the peace. 30 days or $30.
I haven't got $30.
All right, then it's 30 days.
Your Honor, I have a boy to look after. If you give me a little time, I'll work. I'll do anything. But I can't leave the boy.
Just a minute, Judge Morley.
What is it, Leonard?
I'll pay his fine.
What?
He said he'd work. Well, he can work it out at my place.
Yes.
What did he say?
He wanted to know if this is our home.
Before you eat, you can help me finish unharnessing the horses. How's that?
Ma'am,
Yes?
the boy wasn't part of the bargain. If there's any work to do, I'll do it. No.
He's got a mind of his own.
While at Lynette's, the Chandlers help around her farm, including dealing with the bullying of the Burleys. And their dog catches the eye of a dog showman, Bate, played by James Westerfield, and John begins to bond with Lynette.
Get away, Chandler.
Don't be a fool. Guns won't stop him either.
They're not going to get my land.
Wait. Let's try without guns.
Look at that dog. Look at him work.
Good boy, David. Fine work.
I've seen quite a few.
Yes, he's a good dog.
Dog? He ain't just any old dog, mister. He's a sheepdog. I've been raising them all my life, and I know one want to see one. $200.
No, the dog is not for sale. Goodbye, Mr. Bates.
How did it happen?
Hmm?
I mean, David.
In a big house just outside of Atlanta. They shelled it. There was a big fire. His mother was killed, and well, David saw it. That's how it happened. When I came back, everything was burned to the ground. Union soldiers had Rounded up all the children and sent them up north. I finally found David in an orphanage in Pennsylvania. Him and Lance.
John gets news of an operation for David and tries to raise the money, and more trouble ensues.
How much do you figure for travel and expenses?
It cost you $300 for thee and the boy, Chandler.
300. Take a little time to raise that money.
He doesn't have time, Chandler. Less than a week.
Less than a week. I never figured on this.
I can offer you fellas $50.
$50? You're not serious.
No luck?
No. I've got to sell the dog.
Oh, no, you can't. Well, there must be another way. Right now, Lance means more to the boy than his voice.
You see, I remember him as he was. I remember the last day. My company was riding off, and David came yelling down the road, "Johnny! Johnny!" That's what his mother used to call me. It's the last thing I ever heard him say.
When do you want to leave?
Any time now.
Tomorrow's as good a time as any.
Thank you.
There's nothing to thank me for. You did a good job. I got more than my money's worth, Chandler. Much more.
Take it easy, son. What is it? What's wrong? What is it? I don't know what you want. You only tell me.
Chandler! Chandler!
It's all right, son. You mustn't forget it. It was a long time ago.
Despite how heartbreaking this scene is, I really love the tender moment between Alan and his real-life son, David. I think they both do an incredible job. It's such a sweet scene. I love how kind and gentle he is to his own son and how he embraces him. It's just such a beautiful moment between the two. The Chandlers and Lynette go into town, and John makes a decision.
What did he say?
He says you're beautiful.
Oh, it's you. Got some silver of yours.
$15 worth.
Mm-hmm.
Where's your stock of trousers?
Over there on the counter.
Thank you. Come on, David.
Why, Lynette, it's been ages. Nobody ever sees you anymore. Well, just the other day at the Union League social, everybody was talking about you, and nobody knew what to say. What have you been doing with yourself out on that farm?
That's Mary Wicks playing the nosy lady in the store. She would also be in White Christmas, also directed by Michael Curtiz.
Look, he ain't even alive. He don't even yell when you pinch him. Watch.
Are you all right, David? I want to talk to you about the dog. You still want to buy him?
How much you want for him?
300.
You got yourself a deal. He's a fine lad. And next time I see thee, they won't be shaking thy head. They'll tell me.
All right, folks, all aboard. We're ready to go.
If I had to say a nitpick, it would be the fact that the film completely disregards the psychological portion of the story. Earlier in the film, the doctor says this.
Some doctors claim it isn't in the throat at all, but up here.
Yes, he saw his mom die, and he's taken away to an orphanage where his father is in service. So he's left alone, except for the dog. So yeah, that is going to scar him. But seeing his mom die in a fire is really going to scar him for life. So it made sense why he reverts back and can't talk, because it's psychological. So the script could have been better. The story could have easily been better if they would have kept that element. But instead, they more or less just say, well, let's toss that off. and we'll just focus on the operation. Now, again, I get it. You want drama dealing with the dog and, raising the money. Okay, fine. But the movie, I think, could have been stronger if they kept the psychological element. I really think that would have been excellent. I mean, Michael Curtiz is a great director, and with Alan and his real life son in the film, they all easily could have made that work and probably given a better point to the story if they kept the psychological angle. That's one thing that does bother me about the film, how it easily could have been better. But it doesn't change my opinion of the overall film. I do love this movie, do not get me wrong. I just think that it could have been better if they kept the psychological angle. Not to mention, because we know it's psychological, Alan Ladd's character more or less is like, well, okay, let's go ahead and put my son through an operation. I mean, they're not even weighing the option, does he need the operation? I mean, sure, the doctor does say earlier in the film that, well, maybe it could help. But if it's all psychological, then why would an operation help? I don't know. That's just one thing that kind of bothers me about the movie. David returns after his operation and finds out about Lance.
How do you feel?
Better.
You want me to tell him? It might be easier.
No, I'll do it. Lance is gone, David. I sold him. I had to, Davis. There was no other way. I know I lied to you. You can hate me, and it's all right. David! Don't you understand? I had to. David! David, I had to, honest. Honest, I did.
So as a dog mama myself, I don't like moments like this where he had to sell the dog and Michael Curtiz actually directs scenes where you see or hear how the dog reacts. It breaks my heart. I couldn't imagine doing that with Lady. However, as a movie person, a movie goer, as the audience, I see why John does what he does. He's not selling the dog out of pure spite or just to get back at somebody. He's doing it because he's thinking of his son. So while you are initially upset that he does it, you're not angry at him because you see why he does it. There's a legitimate reason why John has to sell Lance. And as heartbreaking as that is, you do sympathize with his plight. Also, kudos, because Alan and David both do an excellent job here. Their scenes together where they're really emotional or just loving towards each other, they both knock it out of the park, and they're incredible together. After seeing his son's reaction, John goes back to get Lance.
Where is he, Bates?
Lost him in a poker game?
Who to?
Harry Burley.
Where are you going?
I lied to David about his dog. I'm gonna get him back.
With a gun?
Burley's got him. It's the only thing he understands is a gun. Look at me. I made a mistake, and I'm sorry. I'll get your dog back.
Take him. He's yours.
You mean it?
And now you can get out of here, Chandler. Your dog's down in the tool shed. Take him and get out of here.
We're gonna shoot a dog thief. How'd you like that?
Oh, you two-timing evil bully.
David. Watch it, David. Over here. David, get down!
Johnny, look out!
Say it. You said it. Say it again. Say it. You said it. Say it again. You can do it.
Johnny.
Another incredible moment, and this is by far one of my favorite moments of the film. I just love how Alan plays the role here. I think David does an incredible job. I think I've already said this before, but that scene gets to me all the time. It's such a great moment.
I'm gonna kill you, Chandler.
Don't come any closer, Burley. I'm warning you.
Dirty
David! Leonard! Talk. I can talk.
You found your home, baby. You found your home. And that was The Proud Rebel. This was the film that made me appreciate Alan as an actor, but this was the one that really made me dive deep into his career and made me love him as a man. This movie didn't necessarily make me a fan of his acting, so to speak, even though I conceded he's great in the film. But this made me really just appreciate him overall as a human being, as a man, as an actor. This was the one that really kind of started everything for me. So this movie does hold a special place in my heart. Let me explain this for a second. When watching this movie for the first time, there was just something about Alan that endeared me to him. I don't know what it was. There was just something about him that made me interested in knowing what his life was and made me curious about his filmography, which of course I would go on to watch after this movie, of course. There was just something about him that drew me to him. And I have this movie to thank for that, and I'm so glad that it ended up the way it did. I did like the story. I also like the pairing of Olivia and Alan. I kind of wish they would have done more together, but at least we got this one, and they work well off each other, I think, so it's kind of nice. While I do love Dean Jagger in White Christmas, I cannot stand him in this movie. I just want to punch him in the face so hard. He's just such a jerk. I don't like that. I still love him in White Christmas, but I don't like him in this movie. And as far as the bullying is concerned, I also don't like Harry Dean Stanton. And yeah, I don't like the bullying aspects. Aside from Shane, this is by far my favorite Western in Alan's filmography. Unfortunately, I don't think it's as appreciated nowadays as it probably should have been. Although granted, the movie wasn't even appreciated when it first came out either. I don't believe it lost a lot of money, but it didn't really gain a whole lot either. So the movie has and was underappreciated, and it still is, in my opinion. So I really think that if you're interested in getting into Alan's filmography, definitely give this a go. And I would say if you like Westerns, please give this a watch. It's really good. It's well made, well acted. It's an all-around decent family movie. And that was The Proud Rebel. So let me know in the comments below if you have seen this movie, and let me know your thoughts. And if you haven't, did I pique your interest, or are you staying out of the wild, wild west? Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Have a great and wonderful day.